State whether or not each of the following graph represents a function. Given reason for your answer. To check whether this graph represents function, we need to use vertical line test. So for A, vertical line test, okay, check here. Okay, the vertical line test cuts the graph at 2 points. So this is not a function. So check for the B, vertical line test. Just take ruler, check vertical line test cuts the graph at only 1 point. This is functions. Okay, and then for C, okay, check using vertical line test, and the vertical line cuts the graph at 2 points. So this is also not a function. Okay, for D, vertical line test. Okay, vertical line cuts the graph at 1 point. So this is a function. So for B and D, the answer is the given graph. We can say this is function. Okay, settle for number 1. Number 2. Okay. Sketch the functions below and hence state its domain and range. Okay, this is for A. Function maps change to function. Fx is equal to 1 minus 2y. 1 minus 2x. Okay, this one like we need to sketch 1 minus 2x. So okay, this is x, y axis. Sketch x, y axis, x, y. Okay, try to find domain and range using graph. Okay, so the graph here, 1 minus, when x is equal to 0, y 1. When y is equal to 0, 2x equals 1, so x is equal to 1 over 2. So the graph is like this. This is graph. From the graph, domain function is real numbers from negative infinity to infinity. Range for f is also real number. Actually, without using the graph, okay, the domain, this straight line, domain, range always real numbers. This is for part A. For part B, okay, this is quadratic. Fx is equal to 2x squared, or y is equal to x squared. Okay, you can skip this one. Okay, then we need to sketch graph quadratic. Okay, this is smiling graph. Okay, and this is the one. That's at origin. Okay, origin. And then from here we can say the domain of this function. Domain refer to x-axis. Take a ruler and check. Oh, domain cut the graph. This is from negative infinity to infinity. This is for domain. And to determine the range, refer to y. Okay, take the ruler and check the graph. No graph below x-axis. So here starting 0 upwards. So from 0 to infinity. So let's say if you substitute 0, when x is equal to 0, y also 0. So this is included. Okay, so this is answer for B. For to C, okay, this is for C. Okay, C, fx is equal to sub x. So the graph also same like the function sub. So the graph is also like this. Okay, here. Then or you can take domain. Okay, you can find domain f. Everything below sub always greater or equal 0. So the everything is now is x. So x greater or equal 0. Using the graph, it shows that no graph here from negative infinity until x is equal to 0 till infinity. So the domain is from 0 to infinity. This is the domain of f. Okay, and to find the range of f is, okay, check the line, okay, no graph below this until starting 0 onwards. Okay, so this check y-axis. So from 0 to infinity. For range, we check y value. For domain, check x value. Okay, the answer is domain f from 0 to infinity, range f from 0 to infinity. For D, function f(x) is equal to 2 over x. So here, for a ratio function, everything below here, okay, everything below here not equal to 0. Okay, so the function is x. X not equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, the function is undefined. So x refer to domain. Okay, so domain f is all numbers except 0, or we can transfer this one to number line. Okay, from negative infinity to infinity except 0, or from negative infinity to 0 union 0 to infinity. That is domain. Okay, and to find the range, okay, so using the algebraically, y is equal to 2 over x, and write x as a subject. Now here is below here, denominator also is not equal to 0. Now the denominator is y. Y refer to range. So y not equal to 0. Okay, all from negative infinity to infinity except 0. So range is from negative infinity to 0 union 0 to infinity. Okay, settle for part 2D. Okay, 2E. Okay, f(x) is equal to, this is absolute value. Absolute value always the pattern is always V shape. Okay, V shape. This part is this one. This is for modulus x. But now is everything the graph minus 3. So shift 3. So 0 shift 3, 0 minus 3 is negative 3. So the graph is like this. Negative 3 onwards. So between here is actually 3. So this is f(x). Okay. Now refer to the blue graph to find the domain. Domain for f from the graph, okay, from negative infinity to infinity. Check x-axis. Okay. For range, refer to y. So from here, no graph below negative 3. Up here, negative 3 included up to infinity. This is the range. Settle for E. For 2f, okay, f(x) is equal to 2x cubed plus 1. So for polynomial, power odd number, confirm the domain is real numbers. And also range also real numbers. Okay, let's say if you want to sketch the graph is, okay, when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. The graph is like this. Okay, x, y, 0, this 1. So domain from negative infinity to infinity, range from negative infinity up to infinity. So settle for number 2.
Okay, so first untuk dapatkan soalan untuk soalan ni, kita buat dulu number line. Buat number line, so tengok dia punya
Domain.
Dia punya domain. So dia number line dia 1 from infinity
to 1.
to 1. So kayaknya kita tengok dia less than 1, right? So kalau less than 1, dia kena ke kiri. So dia included. So lepas dah buat number line, buat graph. Lepas tu nak check dia punya domain, letak dekat starting graph tu. Lepas tu tengok dia punya domain dia daripada 1 to infinity.
From negative infinity to 1.
From negative infinity to 1. So dia punya range dia daripada 0, sebab range dia daripada 0 to infinity.
Okay. Ada.
Okay, 3B dia nak buat number line dulu. Untuk soalan ni dia nak X less than equal to 0. Dia buat number line, dia buat letak kat 0 ni, lepas tu dia ke kiri sebab dia kecil. Lepas tu buat graph, ambil yang ni. Ni kan negatif 5, letak negatif 5. Lepas tu buat selesaikan ni, dapat graph macam ni. Lepas tu untuk cari domain dia, daripada tengok graph X dari sini ke kiri. So kosong ke negatif infinity. Range dia start daripada negatif 5 ke atas.
Okay. Domain from negative infinity to 0. Okay, this stuff is quadratic kan?
Quadratic so bentuk dia.
Okay, good. Okay, next.
Soalan 3C. Fx sama dengan 1 over x for dia punya domain x bigger and included 2. So kita buat dulu number line. Number line dia start daripada 2 lah. 2 bigger, x bigger than 2 and included. So kena hitam kat sini. Lepas tu kalau bigger than 2 ke kanan lah. And then buat graph bawah dia. Lepas tu nak senang tarik je ni. Kita bagi 2 dekat ni, selari kan. And then kita substitute. Substitute. Kita gantikan ni. X tu dengan 2. Ni. Yang ni y sama dengan 1 over 2. So kita dah dapat yang ni. Kita ni lah dotkan dia dekat ni, dekat baksi dia. Yang ni saja je nak bagi nampak bentuk dia kan. So sikit nak dia macam ni. Lepas tu domain dia start daripada 2 kan. Ni dia punya graph X start daripada 2 sampai infinity. So dia punya range pula, kita tengok Y pula. Y dia daripada ni je. So start daripada 0 included sampai 1 over 2.
Dia tak included.
Tak included, sorry.
Okay.
0 je.
So sini pun ada domain bagi kan? Okay, good.
Okay, so for 3D, F dia bagi equation fx x modulus plus 2, and then domain dia x more than negative 3. So kita akan buat number line. Because it's more, so dia punya graph akan on the right side lah. Kita akan lukis kan. So dapat macam ni. Macam ni. Lepas tu 2 ni dapat dekat sini. Bila kita
Substitute 0.
apa?
Substitute 0.
Bila kita substitute 0 dalam ni, and then kita akan dapat y dia 2. So lukis diagram macam ni. So 5 ni dapat bila kita substitute negative 3 into ni, this one. So domain dia negative 3 to infinity. Tengok yang x ni. And then range dia kita tengok yang y tu. So 2 to infinity atas. Included to infinity.
Okay, good.
Okay, so soalan 4A. Qx equals to set to x plus 6. So kita cari dulu domain dia. Kita gantikan Q QX ni equal to 0. So kalau yang ni dia set, dia kena always bigger than 0. Then kita pindah-pindah je to X equals to -6. And then domain dia X equals to -3 included.
Okay, untuk cari range pula.
Graf dia kita sketch dulu number line. Kita sketch number line dulu macam yang tadi, soalan tadi. And then dah sketch bigger than -3 kan. So dia bigger than -3 kena ke belah kanan lah. So dia dekat sini included, kita kena hitamkan. And then kita buat graf kat bawah number line tu macam ni, jadi macam ni. Lepas tu bentuk, kalau graf set, bentuk dia macam ni. Negative curve ke belah kanan. So dia punya domain untuk ni sama dengan -3 included dengan infinity. Dia punya range pula 0 included dengan infinity.
Okay. For the graph tapi nak calculate macam mana?
Untuk cari range, kita tahu yang apa set punya graph is always more than 0. So kita kena jadikan X ni sebagai subjek. So kita masuk ke kita
Sama ada yang Y equals ini equals 1 intersect yang ni atau macam ni.
ataupun kita samakan, kita dah dapat yang ni, kita samakan Y squared over 2 minus 3 samakan dengan yang X tadi. So more than -3. So kita pindah. So Y, last kali Y akan dapat greater than 0.
So domain range
Dia 0 to infinity. 0 included to infinity.
This one is question for B. The question give us this one. Then after that we expand to become this one. For domain there's no restrictions like X less than something. So H is defined for all X. So we get the domain is negative infinity to infinity.
For range ambil daripada yang ni, kita buat sampai completing the square tu, dapat yang ni. Guna let Y, masukkan yang ni, and kita ubah sampai tadi dapat Y ni, buat number line, and then dapat range dia -4 to infinity. Okay, itu soalan 4C. Sx equal to modulus 5 tolak 2x. Vertex dia buat equation ni sama dengan kosong. Lepas tu Y dia sama dengan kosong, letak dalam vertex. Y equal to 0. Lepas tu selesaikan 5, dapat X sama dengan 5/2. Lepas tu lukis graf 5 negatif 5/2. Dia punya dekat sini. Lepas tu macam mana 5?
tengok
Yang atas ni
substitute when X is equal to 0.
Substitute Y equal to 0. Lepas tu dapat ke-5 ni naik atas, bentuk dia V. Lepas tu dia punya domain negatif, domain graph X negatif infinity to infinity. Lepas tu range dia dari 0 to infinity.
Okay, dah settle.
Ni soalan dia. So kita nak cari domain, so kita tengok bawah ni. So kita settle dia. Dapatlah X sama dengan 4. Sama X tak sama dengan 4. Okay, lepas tu kita buat number line. So ni ke infinity dan ke negativity infinity. Lepas tu kita buat ni jawapan dia.
Lepas tu yang untuk cari range kan, kita kena buat inverse daripada equation ni. So kita buat let Y sama dengan 2 tambah 9 over X minus 4. Lepas tu kita jadikan X ni belah left hand side. So kita tinggal pindah-pindah, dapat X sama dengan 9 over Y minus 2 campur 4. So kita ambil dia punya denominator kan, buat kita letak tak sama dengan kosong. So kita nak cari Y dia, kita pindah negative 2 ke belah right hand side, dapat Y is not equal to 2. Lepas tu kita buat number line yang ada negative infinity, 2 dengan infinity. So kita buat satu dot kat tengah ni, tapi yang tak blacken punya sebab dia tak sama dengan kan. So kita bawa dia ke kiri dan kanan sampai infinity lah. So kita dapat dia punya range sama dengan negative infinity, 2 unite dengan 2 infinity.
So untuk soalan 5A, bagi soalan fx x tolak 5, x is greater than 0, and this one x squared, x is less than 0. So kat sini kita boleh buat number line. Daripada sini kita boleh tahu dia punya kita boleh buat number line. So this one is empty circle, yang ni is then circle. So kiri and this one ke kanan. Then kat sini kita boleh straight, terus boleh buat graph. Dekat sini x square ni kuadratik. So dia kata kat sini x is less than 0. So dia buat kat sebelah kiri saja, kat sebelah negatif saja. Then yang ni untuk x tolak 5 ni, kita masukkan substitute x dengan y dengan 0 untuk dapatkan y intercept dengan x intercept. So bila dah dapat 2 point, kita boleh buat satu line.
And then dia nak domains and range. So domain dia ni kan, negative infinity sampai infinity, range negative 5 until infinity.
Yang ni B, dia kasih 2 kan, so kita kena plot 2 graf. Yang ni 1 tolak x cube, kita buat number line. Dia kata less than 1, so kita buat ke kiri. Kalau yang ni pula kan more than 1, so dan circle buat ke kanan. So dari sini kita boleh start plot graf kita. And kalau kita tengok sini kan negatif kan, negatif x cube kan, x kuasa 3. So graf dia akan flip ke belah sini je, dia takkan, dia bukannya graf macam biasa, dia flip. Lepas tu yang lagi satu ni pula, kita plotkan dia ke belah sini, sebab dekat sini.
Okay, so next thing we need to find the domain of these two graphs and the range of both graphs. So domain is infinity to infinity because this one can extend upwards and extend horizontally. So the range of these two graphs is 0 to infinity.